If you woke up this morning and you checked your phone, you might have felt a punch in your stomach when you saw what is happening with the crypto market. You are not the person who felt this way. This is not like those crashes that you see on the news, with loud headlines and people panicking right away. The crypto market situation is different. It is quiet and calm if you just look at it from the outside. The crypto market is actually more dangerous because of this. The crypto market is subtle. That is what makes it so important to pay attention to the crypto market. Bitcoin is sitting at under $89,000 right now. It is not going down. It is not going up. Bitcoin is just staying the same. The same thing is happening with Ethereum. Ethereum is not moving up or down. It is just moving sideways. There is not a lot of excitement about Bitcoin and Ethereum now. People are not selling a lot of Bitcoin and Ethereum. This makes Bitcoin and Ethereum feel boring to a lot of people. When we look back at what has happened with Bitcoin and Ethereum in the past, we can see that boring markets like this do not usually last very long. Bitcoin and Ethereum markets that are boring usually become exciting again soon. In the 24 hours, the mood of global markets has changed a lot. Now people are being very careful. When people get scared, they do not just keep their money in the place. They move it to a place. Sometimes they put it in gold. Sometimes they just keep it as cash. Sometimes they take it out of crypto. This is what is happening now. Bitcoin is not going down because something is wrong with it. It is just not moving because big money is being careful, waiting to see what happens next and thinking about what to do with Bitcoin. This is the part that really catches my attention. People are talking on media about the bull run. They are wondering if it is over. Some big financial institutions are doing something different. They are being quiet about it. UBS is one of the banks in the world. UBS is looking into ways for some private banking clients to invest in crypto. These are not people who have a lot of followers online. These are not people who like to take risks. These are people who have a lot of money. They are called net worth individuals. They are family offices. These people do not try to make money. The crypto investment is for people who plan ahead and wait. UBS is doing this for people who position themselves early, then they wait. That should make you stop and think for a moment. It is really something to consider. The fact is that it should make you pause. Banks like UBS do not make decisions based on hype. They think about the term and consider things like rules and infrastructure. UBS and other banks are not viewing crypto like a lottery ticket anymore. They see crypto as an asset class that is becoming more mature. Banks, like UBS, are taking crypto seriously, looking at it as a real asset class that is growing up. At the time, Nasdaq is trying to get rid of the limits on Bitcoin ETF options. This might sound complicated. It is really easy to understand. Bitcoin ETFs are being seen as commodities now. They are like oil, they are like gold, they are like things that big companies can buy and sell in amounts without any fake rules holding them back. That is not bearish. That is structural. The market is not getting excited about Bitcoin. Bitcoin prices are not going up fast. Bitcoin is just going up and down a bit. Some other coins like altcoins are doing okay. They are all over the place. Some altcoins are going up quietly. Other altcoins are losing value slowly. This is the type of market that makes you want to wait and see what happens. It is the type of market that makes people sell their Bitcoin and altcoins before something big happens with Bitcoin and altcoins. Let us talk about adoption, because this is where the story of adoption gets even more real when it comes to the process of adoption. Crypto is not really used for payments even with all the talk about it. Around 12% of merchants around the world accept crypto when you are checking out. This number is a surprise to a lot of people. I mean, we have seen all the headlines and all the excitement about crypto, but it is still not widely used in the real world. Crypto is still in the stages when it comes to people actually using it. This is not a bad thing. This is a reminder of where crypto really is right now. Crypto is still early. That is what we need to remember about crypto. The early stages do not always look exciting. They can look really slow at times. It can also look very frustrating. There are times when the early stages look like nothing is happening. The truth is that everything is being built underneath the surface, and that is what the early stages of something are all about. The early stages. The thing is, the industry is getting better and better quickly. BitGo, one of the companies that helps people keep their crypto safe, is now a public company, and people think it is worth about $2.59 billion. This is not a story about some new coin that everyone is talking about. This is about the systems that make the crypto economy work. This is like the pipes that make everything run smoothly. It does not stop with BitGo. Ledger, the company that lots of people trust to keep their hardware wallets secure, is said to be planning to list its company on the stock market in New York. People think it will be worth more than $4 billion. So I need to consider what that really means. That is something to think about. What does that mean exactly? Companies that are not popular on TikTok are actually the ones that investors are putting their money on. Things like keeping people's money safe, making sure everything is secure, following the rules and obeying the law. These are not things you hear about when an industry's failing. These are signs that this industry is becoming a part of the system all around the world, and people are going to have to get used to it whether they like it or not. The companies that deal with custody, security, compliance, and regulation are the ones that are really going to matter. Bitcoin is not going up or down, it is just staying the same. The price of Bitcoin is not changing, it is not moving all. Bitcoin is still at the place. The market is a puzzle these days. One part of the market is moving slowly. Prices are not doing much and people are getting scared. The other part of the market is really interesting because big institutions are now getting into it more than they ever have before. Most people make mistakes here. This is the part where people usually go wrong with the thing they are trying to do. It is pretty common for people to mess up at this point. People think the price will change first and then the basics will catch up. That is not what usually happens. The truth is that things usually happen the way around. The infrastructure gets built up. The rules are put into place. The big players get into position. Then when the price finally moves, it feels like it happens all of a sudden. It is like the price change comes out of nowhere. It feels like nobody could have predicted the price move of the price. The price move seems to surprise everyone. You can be sure that there is always someone who sees it coming. This someone is going to figure out what is going on with the situation. The situation and this person who sees it coming are very interesting because you never know what the person will do when they see it coming. The person who sees it coming and the situation they are in are really what matter. Now, Bitcoin futures are not doing badly, they are just being careful. This is a difference. The market for Bitcoin is not saying no to prices for Bitcoin. It is waiting to see if everything is okay. The market wants to know that the big picture is stable. The market for Bitcoin wants to know that people are feeling good about taking risks with Bitcoin. The market for Bitcoin wants to know that people have money to invest in Bitcoin again. Altcoins are telling a story to the main cryptocurrencies, but with a lot more ups and downs. Some small altcoin projects are making gains, like 20 or 30%, while the rest of the market is not paying attention. This is not happening by chance. This is because some investors are being very careful about which altcoins they put their money into. Smart investors do not buy every altcoin. They choose the altcoins with the stories and ideas early on, and they ignore all the other altcoins. Here is the part that nobody likes to hear. Most people do not lose money in crypto because they buy at the top. The reason people lose money in crypto is that they get bored when the crypto is at the bottom. Some people get scared when the crypto market is going through consolidation. Other people are impatient when it seems like nothing is happening with the crypto. The market is going through a phase that will weed out some people. This phase of the market is really made to filter people out of the market. This thing is not exciting all. It does not give you that feeling right away. The trading process does not reward decisions that are based on emotions. The trading process rewards people who prepare well, who can control themselves, and who can look at the picture when everyone else is looking at small details. The price of Bitcoin under $90,000 seems expensive to people who did not buy it when it was cheaper. To big institutions, Bitcoin feels cheap because they are thinking about what will happen in many decades, not just a few weeks. The way we look at things really changes everything about Bitcoin. While crypto is still waiting at the checkout counter, something else is going on. People are starting to trust crypto. This time it is not because of what people say, because crypto systems are actually working. We have ETFs that are doing what they are supposed to do. We have custody firms that are passing their audits. We have exchanges that are following the rules of trying to fight them. Crypto is being rebuilt on things that work, not on promises. This is not the West anymore. That makes some people feel uncomfortable. You see, chaos is exciting to them. Maturity is really quiet. People like the West because it is exciting and crazy. Maturity is different. It is quiet and calm like a night at home. The Wild West is about action and adventure, but maturity is about being quiet and sensible. If you are feeling uncertain today, that is normal. The market is made to confuse people like you and me. Being uncertain does not always mean the market is dangerous. Sometimes the market is just going through a transition. The market is. That is all. The market is what it is. It can be uncertain at times. That does not mean the market is bad. The question is not whether cryptocurrency is dead or alive. This argument is old news. The real question is, who is getting ready while all the noise about cryptocurrency dies down? People are still figuring out what to do with cryptocurrency while all the noise about it dies down. When the markets finally start to move, the markets do not ask for permission to do so. The markets do not wait for everyone to agree on what the markets are doing. The markets move quickly. By the time people think it is safe to get in, the markets are usually already too expensive. Things are pretty quiet at the moment. This calmness is actually a deal. It might even be the important thing that is happening with the situation. The fact that nothing dramatic is happening is really what people should be paying attention to. Not financial advice, just reality.